A very good afternoon to you, and a very warm welcome on this rather cold, chilly February day. It's been a while, for sure. Um, I've been busy. I've been very busy. Namely on a book that I've been. Well, it's actually about to be. Hence this vlog, I guess. It's about to arrive in the next couple of days, I believe. The courier has let me know. They haven't given me a date yet. They've said they're about to receive it or something. But yeah, a book. My book has about 114, 112 images, something like that, spread over about 240 pages, hardback, exactly the same format as my first book, Serendipity. This one is called Hatch, Match and Dispatch. And so I am very eager and excited to get it back and see what it looks like, basically. It's taken a long time to edit, far longer than I thought. You can't kind of rush these things. You know when you're getting ahead of yourself and you have to slow down a little bit, and not just what images you're going to use, but the order in which you're going to use them. So I think what I'll probably do is do another vlog when it arrives and give you sort of slightly more information along with pictures. I've actually got a PDF that they send you, which is really cool. I'm doing it with Blurb. So you compile it all. It's all very user friendly. Just whack the image, upload the images, and then whack them onto the various pages and the layout that you want, whether you want one per page or one every 2 pages, and that kind of thing. I've kind of worked out that you can make money, you can make a profit, should I say, from doing this, but it's much better to do it with a zine. So, not a book, not a hardback book, and using probably 15 to 20 images, something like that. So you keep the costs down, you use cheap paper, do it in a zine, 15, 20 images. I think it's possible to make, turn a profit. I've done the exact opposite. I've optimized the number of images and I've put them onto the best quality paper, used hardback. Everything is the best quality because I wanted to make a book. I don't see why they can't have Blurb can't introduce some kind of a model where a book can be turn into a profit, but it costs me with a discount, because they keep shoving discounts at you. I think about £170 to make one book, which isn't too bad. But then you can put it onto Amazon, which is fantastic. However, the book price on Amazon is about £500. So, unless you're a millionaire and you absolutely love the pictures, you're not going to be buying it. It's just way too expensive, which is kind of a little bit short-sighted in a sense, because if the book's going to sell, they can make their money that way, can't they? Numbers, but it's just completely putting the world and his wife off buying if you put it at that price. Sometimes you've got to make a bit of a loss to make a profit, but they're not really interested in that. They want to see a profit immediately, right from the off, kind of thing. But they're not going to. They're not going to see any money, any revenue come in whatsoever, because nobody's going to buy one. I'm quite certain of that. But I knew that in advance. This wasn't a surprise or anything. I knew all that. I researched it. I just wanted the book, and if that's the model that they use, then so be it. I don't want my images printed onto rubbishy paper. It's going to be there forever and a day, hopefully, and yeah, I want them to be seen in the best way possible, just from a vanity point of view, apart from anything else. Vanity vein point of view. Anyway, as I say, they do a PDF. Do I want to show you that now or talk about the book when it arrives? This shows the book off in the exact order. The proportion, the size. Well, not the size, but this is a full screen, 27-inch screens. But it's a square format. Maybe I'll leave it for the second vlog so that I can use that as well as showing you the book in real terms, and I can just cut into that to show the image on the page, so to speak. So yeah, leave it for that. But yeah, just to say, I have been busy. I'm still alive. I'm still here. Been talking to some of you, which has been brilliant. I mean, wow, I just love that. It's a real treat because people, like-minded people, seem to, I can't remember how long. I had a telephone chat with somebody the other day, and it went. I couldn't believe the time, but it just went it went in seconds. It seemed like minutes rather than hours. But anyway, we had a fantastic chat. Chewed the fat and all that kind of good stuff. I did want to say, just before I forget, I did a vlog on this bag, the Bill Amberg meeting up with Leica bag. I presume Leica went to Bill Amberg in London. He's a leather specialist. Makes all sorts of things, bags and God knows what else. I think world renowned. Very high end, and I bought this bag. I didn't buy it new, but I did a vlog on it, and I think I probably you'd be forgiven for thinking I seemed a little bit, possibly underwhelmed. Underwhelmed, is that the right word? Yeah, underwhelmed, I think. The box was beautiful. I took it out. Didn't really know what to make of it, I suppose. It was just unusual. It's a slightly different kind of dimension bag. It's not like a Billingham. Sort of vegetable tan leather. Real leather. And, this kind of thing. So, unboxing is one thing, but I thought I'd do an update on it in terms of I've been using it. I don't normally use bags, but I've been using this an awful lot. I think maybe perhaps I use bags more in the winter. It's something about, I don't like using gloves and cameras, but the camera itself can be a bit cold on the hands if you're out photographing. So I do like to be able to put it back, warm my hands up, go and have a coffee or whatever. But yeah, I think my initial thoughts were you can't get much in it, and the fact that this space here is obviously for the camera, but it's just a square compartment. There isn't anything really to hug it in there like you would in a Billingham with their pouches that you can buy, and so you can get like a nice snug fit at least, and it's not moving around. This isn't moving around, but it's not a snug fit, and it doesn't seem particularly tailored towards. This is supposed to be a bag specifically for an MP or an M camera. I think, an M camera, not an MP. This is the MP, but I just kind of thought, it's okay. It's kind of nice. I didn't dislike it, but I just thought, if I'd paid full price for it, maybe I'd have been a little bit disappointed. However, this is my go-to bag. Do the other ones get used? Yes, they'll get used if I travel or whatever. But I think you've got to be a one sort of lens, maybe two lens person. I get 6 films. I get 6 films in there. I have a strap, an artist strap, the rain cover. I could take the rain cover out, I suppose. I keep my little notebook in there, just for little ideas if I get them. The camera in that side, and then film and my lens hood. So not a huge amount of space, but that actually, for me personally, works perfectly, because I don't like, if you've got a bigger bag, you find ways of filling it. You just do. You put a pack of mac in there, or your sandwiches, or I don't know. There's more space, so you fill it, and then guess what? You've got more weight to contend with, and it's just a bit of becomes annoying. Which is why I always say I like to go out very freely and not encumbered with bags and clobber, basically. Just clobber free photographing. But this thing, if I go diagonally, which I do, around the body, the strap, it's the leather is, it's not like leather off a nice pair of church brogue shoes or something. It's quite soft and but that is brilliant. That works superb against the body. So it sort of conforms to the body, conforms to your hip or whatever. The bag itself is very, very light. As soon as you take your camera out, it weighs nothing. The leather is soft, but it's also rigid. It's very clever. It's got a rigidity to it in the base, something built into the base that makes it. It's got a flex to it, but it's got the rigidity as well. But it's also very, very supple against the body here, and you just don't notice it. It's very lovely to use, and so very well researched and thought out, I think. If you're into lots of lenses and clobber, and then obviously this ain't the bag for you. But I'm not. I'm a one camera, one lens film. Rain cover. On a sunny day I could leave that out, during the summer months. I always have my lens hood with me. Again, when it's sunny. In the winter, you can generally leave it out, or when it's cloudy. But obviously, you need your film in there. I don't need 6 normally. Well, hardly ever I'll shoot 6 films, unless I'm abroad. But in this country, 1 normally does me. It really does. And if I shoot 1, I'll take 2 just in case, kind of thing. But again, it's sort of, the strap is absolutely amazing. The leather is beautiful, but it's just not. It's not that kind of leather that you think, oh, that's. I've got a pair of Italian walking boots, and the leather is about 2.5 mil, I think it is, thick, and you just look at it and you go, without knowing anything about leather, you just think that is beautiful Tuscan leather. Absolutely top leather. You don't get that impression. You do with a strap. The strap is a different kind of, I don't know if it's a different leather, but it just looks and feels very high quality. It's got a beautiful buckle on there. It's very well constructed and designed. So I'm quite a big guy. That is loads long enough, and I've got spare to go as well. The fasteners are a little bit, I don't know, a little bit sort of unusual, a bit bohemian. Not seen them before. It obviously utilises the keyhole type hole and stud thing, but they come up like so. You feed them through, and then these tabs come up, and you just wrap it over like so. So it's slightly unusual, but very nice, very effective. You don't have to have it as permanently closed. You can just not put them through the loops and do that, or just do one. And it's it's very firm and sturdy. If I can do this at this angle, yeah, there we go. Fits everything I need in, but no more, and not very much of that. So that is probably a disadvantage to most people, but I think it's a great advantage, because when the camera's out and I'm using it, I haven't got a big bag flapping around. It's very soft, very supple, and it just seems to be incredibly comfortable, and I don't notice it. It's sort of, plus, I mean, I've always liked the idea of backpacks, except that it's on your back, and so you've got to stop and take it off, and I'm always a little bit concerned that somebody might be lifting stuff as I'm photographing, or with this, it's just there. It's away if you want it away. It comes around if you want to use it, if you need to take something else out. So it's very, very practical in that sense. I don't know. I from being underwhelmed, I'm actually really liking it. Really, really loving it. Would I pay full price for one? I probably don't like it that much. Full price, I think, are about 550 quid. Yes, you've got to factor in the fact that it's a Bill Amberg bag. It's it's got that sort of prestige thing going on, which you're just going to pay for, aren't you? But I do really like it. I really like it. I think it's going to last a hell of a long time if I look after it, feed the leather from time to time, and I just thought I would update you on that, because I was the jury was out a little bit when I did the unboxing, just because I hadn't used it, but I wanted to show it, and I like showing different things. It's not really the channel isn't really about that, although I do show a few SLR cameras, don't I, from time to time. Hey, it's all good fun, but more importantly, hey, I've got a book coming and I can't wait. I feel like a little, I'm just really excited to get it back. It's so scary to hit the send button as well. It's part of the preparation and getting it all right, getting the order right, getting the layout right, getting the front cover right. You just think, you just make one mistake and hit the send button. That's it. It goes to print, and that is it. No correcting it. You've got to, it's an expensive mistake if you get it wrong. So I'm still a little bit nervous until I see it in the flesh, so to speak. I'm still going to be a little bit apprehensive, but I'm pretty certain I've got it all exact, just as I want it. And it's just going to be a great feeling having. I think there's something like, out of 112 images, 45 of those images are new. So in other words, I've dumped. It's like an album, isn't it? Some people, or certainly I, like some of my golden oldies, some of my favourite images. But you need to sort of inject the new songs, the new tracks. But nobody wants an album just full of new stuff. Well, maybe they do actually. It depends, isn't it? But I guess it's almost half and half. Some established stuff that you've probably seen on various different vlogs, and some new stuff. Again, some of which you'll have seen because I've talked about some of the images. But the book itself, from my last book, Serendipity, has 44, 45 new images. So I am, there's something about getting prints back. I've been busy at Metro. I've been getting some prints done, but having something printed in a book so large is really amazing. I don't know. It's like a safe place almost for it. It's the right place. They've kind of come all the way home or something. They've made it. You know, it's like a resting place for an image or something. I don't know. It just is a good feeling. But yeah, next couple of days, prepare to see me again. Gloating probably, hopefully grinning from ear to ear like a Cheshire cat, clutching my book in hand, second book, and yeah, it'll be great. It'll be wonderful. Hopefully, all things going well. So that's it for now. Hope you're all doing brilliantly, and I shall see you hopefully in the next couple of days. Cheers for now.